We were up a lot. I don't remember how much we were up, but we were up a lot.
Back, and then the buzzer beater.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
And I was playing good that game. Like, oh my God, bro.
And it was like right before spring break too, and you're like, oh my God, is she gonna take away spring break?
Oh my God. That's all we kept saying. We're like, dang, like, she gonna take away spring break.
Like, no more spring break.
I remember I went up to her, I was like, so can I still go with my parents? Or she's like,
your bag was packed underneath the bus.
My bag was packed. I was ready to go.
You left straight from Tennessee?
Straight from Tennessee.
Yeah. My parents drove like the 7 hours. I'm like, I'm so sorry that happened, you guys.
Yeah.
But like, drive safe.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about NIL? Like,
I love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it just keeps getting bigger every single year.
Lay
in that commercial with Curry.
That was so
hard. That was so
when
hard.
she popped in, I was like,
hello?
Did somebody say 12? I was like,
oh my God, Lay!
It's like, that's fire.
Yeah, that was so cool. Women's sports was not where it was at. Bree, if you weren't a basketball player, what would you be doing?
Why did you say it so fast?
All right.
Hold on, wait. I'm getting hot. I need some water.
Jesus. Try to get out of here, y'all.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Coop, the show that celebrates the sung and unsung past and present legends of USC athletics. I'm your host, Olivia Thompson, and today I'm joined by two very special guests, two people who are extremely special to me, my former teammates, Sania Feagin and Bree Hall. You guys, welcome on.
Hello, Liv.
Hey, guys. I'm really excited to have you guys here. This is really cool to be able to come back and do this with y'all.
Yes,
so
definitely.
I can't believe you guys are seniors. This is crazy. It's flown by, huh?
Yeah, I feel old.
It's crazy.
I know, right? I still remember when you guys started playing on the team. It was so much fun. We had some good memories from then.
Yes.
But before we get into that, how was y'all summer?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I go.
Yeah.
My summer was good. I didn't really do that much. Stayed home, stayed with the family. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were a bit here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah, I had a great summer. I went to Cali twice. One of them, I worked with James Charles for his makeup company, which was super cool.
Yeah.
And then I also went to Cancun. Yeah, Cancun with my family for like a week.
Yeah, that was awesome. And I mean, with the team, you guys went to the ESPYs and the White House. That's a pretty rare experience. Talk to me about that a little bit.
You go.
All right. I can't really speak on the White House experience because
You weren't there because you were in Mongolia.
Yeah.
Right. We'll get to that.
Okay. But ESPYs, like, that was the greatest experience. Like, it was so fun, like, just to enjoy each other and to be around, like, so many, like, familiar faces that we know growing up, artists and everything. It's just, like, amazing. To win, it was even more, like, it just finding it out, like, it was just amazing. Yeah.
I stayed up for the whole thing, and it was like, y'all didn't get announced until the very end of it, and I stayed up, it was like pushing 12 p.m., and they haven't even announced like who the winner was, and then they just cut the segment and turned it to the news, and I'm like,
yeah,
what?
That was
what
crazy.
Do you mean?
They told us.
But I bet that was so cool being around like all those A-list celebrities and stuff. People you grow up seeing on TV, like Sierra, like all these people like that is just so freaking cool.
Yeah, I got a picture with Serena Williams. I was like, oh my God, like, this is so cool. And then I got a picture with her sister as well. But it was really cool being around like those top tier athletes, and not only just the athletes, but artists, like she said.
And just like you guys are in the same category as those people.
Right.
Like that's a really, really dope experience. So when you guys joined South Carolina, you came in like unconventional circumstances because y'all didn't get official visits, right?
Right.
So what was that like for y'all?
It was quite interesting. For me specifically, I actually had the privilege to go on some visits beforehand. I did unofficial visits at different schools. And so I did an unofficial visit at South Carolina as well. I think my freshman year, I believe. Freshman year of high school. And I really liked it. I kind of think I knew from then on that I wanted to play at South Carolina. But I mean, not having the official visit, of course, sucked. I was really looking forward to that. And then that was cut out my life. So but I was kind of glad that I was able to take visits beforehand. I know a lot of people didn't get to have the opportunity.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It definitely does make it difficult though. So like, how did the coaches kind of accommodate in those circumstances during that time, like while you're trying to narrow down like top 5, top 3, like how was their communication with you during that time when you're trying to figure it out?
I did a lot of Zoom calls with a lot of different schools. I feel like that was probably like the best way they could really show that what they had to offer, like as in facilities and, you know, different things like that. I also talked to a lot of them on the phone too, like a lot. That was just all they could really do, honestly.
Yeah, would you say you're about the same?
I really agree because, I mean, I took a lot of unofficial visits though, so just agree with her.
And you guys like already knew what South Carolina was about in a sense. You had a personal relationship with Zaya.
Yeah.
Did you guys like talk often, like while you were during the recruiting process?
Yeah, I did. And actually when I came for an official visit, she was like, you know, like kind of, you can't, with unofficial visits, you can't have a host, of course, but they already knew that and knew Zaya. So we hung out a majority of the time for the unofficial visit. And we went to Cracker Barrel, actually, when we came. And I actually went with her to class.
Okay.
And sat in class with her.
That's so funny.
But I think it was really cool just being able to come here and have somebody that I already kind of knew here. We played on the same AAU team formerly, so that's kind of how I already knew her.
So when you're trying to narrow down like where you're deciding where you want to go, what stood out about South Carolina to you?
I could say just the environment and just how like our fams, but how the fams were like when I came to the games. It was just like so exciting just to be around you guys. You guys had so much energy. It was just fun. Like it was fun just watching y'all. I was on as an unofficial, like just watching y'all and just like y'all, the paces y'all played at. It's just like it was just everything that I wanted, and knowing that I would be able to get better coming here.
Yeah, because I mean, every team is going to preach to you the same thing about like, oh, we have such a tight knit chemistry. Everybody's like a family. Everybody's going to sell you that, but it's like to a different level at South Carolina. So that's like a really, really cool aspect about our team. Yeah. And it's great that you guys took the risk and came anyway. Yeah. I mean, I bet you guys don't really regret it all that much.
At all. Great decision. Yeah. Wouldn't regret it, not one bit.
Before we get to talking more about y'all's careers now, let's take it all the way back to the beginning when you first started to play basketball. How did you guys get into the sport?
So, okay, actually, I played every sport, but I was actually really good at softball.
Okay.
And I just honestly kind of equally played every sport. So I did play soccer, I played softball, but I feel like I was putting more energy into softball. And I would go to the batting cages and actually go to the field with my dad. Like we was really training for softball in my opinion. And then I think in one of the like rec leagues I played for, like at the Y or whatever, somebody was like she's really tall, like she's really good, like, you know, she needs to be playing for a different league, not just the Y. And so from then on, I think my dad started to shift gears and kind of go towards basketball and started doing training. And I just kind of started taking the sport more serious. And then I ended up dropping softball and soccer, of course.
How old were you like during that time?
I was like 7.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So
7.
That was still pretty early.
Yeah,
on.
I was still pretty early. Yeah, we're going to go with 6 or 7. I still feel like I played softball until like I was like 10 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played softball for like 2 seconds and because my dad played baseball growing up.
Yeah.
So like we would just go out in the yard and like throwing stuff.
Yeah.
And we had this tree out in our field and one day he just like threw a pot fly and I threw the tree, of course, because that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it ricocheted off a branch and like nailed me in the eye and that was the last time.
That was the last time,
I ever played softball.
No, I still miss playing softball. Like I would actually go to the batting cage and like, you know, go do it, you know?
Right, go to Frankie's Fun Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. when did you get started playing basketball?
I started playing basketball around like 4.
4.
Golly.
So like, who was your influence during that time?
My mama and my dad.
They both played?
Yeah, because my mom used to like, yeah, they did. My mom used to like go to the gym. Like it would be after class or something. We'd just go to the gym. We'd just be running around the gym with my brother. And then just picked up a ball and just never put it down.
That's cool. So like, at what age would you say you started taking it seriously?
I'd probably say like 8, 9.
8, 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I played in the rec league with the boys. And I love playing with boys. And then just going. And then just from there, it just was, That's the best way to get started, playing with the guys. Because, I mean, they want to, like, take your head off. Like, they're not trying to. And that's how you get better with playing against people who are
trying to take your head off.
Because the boy don't want a girl to outscore them.
Exactly.
God,
Their pride.
Extra,
Right.
I hated playing against boys.
You did?
Yeah.
Because they're mean.
They're mean,
like,
and I was so girly, and my dad would always try to force me, and I'm like, ugh, please. Like,
Right.
I don't want to play with them. Like, they're mean, and
Right.
they're boys, and they're going to be like, I'm like, okay, fine, I guess I got to. My dad's making me.
because for the most part, softball is pretty non-contact. Like, you'll slide into base, but like you're not just gonna get like hit for no reason,
Exactly.
right? So why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Right. So like transitioning into y'all's high school experience, tell me about y'all's AAU careers, because like for me, it was so unserious until it wasn't. Like I grew up playing on local teams, like unsponsored local teams. We went to small tournaments. Like our jerseys were made in Pakistan and stuff like that. Like reversible jerseys. Like it was so unserious until my final year of AAU, where we were actually good. And we like won our Deep South bracket, won our Louisville bracket. Then we went to Atlanta, came in second place there. And like we had started to get some eyes on us. But like you guys grew up playing for, what do they call them? Circuit teams, right?
Yeah.
So like, what was your experience like in AAU?
Mine, I had a great experience actually. Like I was the new kid on the AAU team. Actually, my AAU team played against my rec team, and and then she recruited me, and then I ended up playing with them, and then I was a new kid. Everybody looked at me upside my head, but they ended up liking me. Ended up playing really well. I mean, we went far. My AAU team, we're still close as in today. We went far and just loved on each other. I mean, but it just reminded me so much of South Carolina, just to know that you have a team that love each other on and off the court, and you can actually vibe with each other on and off the court. So it's just like, it's just perfect.
Yeah, that is special, especially because like I feel like for a lot of AAU teams, they'll like change a lot. Like the team, like the roster will change a good bit. So you played for a team that was like pretty consistently the same.
Stay together, and then like some people end up like leaving, but we still stay. Most of the part stay together. Like everybody's with each other.
What was the program you played for?
Georgia Pearls.
Okay.
We went from Blue Star 30 to Under Armour, back to Blue Star 30 to now. I think now they're like Puma or something.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's good that you had a good experience. Yeah. Breezy, what was yours like?
I really enjoyed AAU. I played for Sports City U, and I played with some of the best players in the freaking world. Oh my God, I played with Rakia, I played with Zaya.
Oh wow.
This girl named Sammy Puisis. I played with Gabby Marshall that played at Iowa. I mean, there's just a lot of players. I played with Gabby Hutcherson as well too. But I think my AAU experience was eye-opening for me. I kind of realized how great I could be, and my AAU coach brought that to light. He really pushed me really hard, but also having those type of players on your team can really push you to want to be just like them. I know the funniest thing is when Coach actually was not recruiting me at the time that she came and watched our AAU team. And this was like my freshman year, or going into my freshman year, so just finishing 8th grade. And I was playing with Rakia and Zaya and Gabby Marshall and all of them. So she was coming to watch Rakia and Zaya. And I remember, I think one of the tournaments, she came to watch them, and I think she was like, this is, well, kind of what Coach Law says, but you could kind of see it on her face when I was playing. I played really good defense or whatever, and you could see her pointing at me, and I was like, after the game, I was like, oh my God, Mom, Dawn Staley was there. Dawn Staley was there. She was like, no, she was. I was like, Mom, I swear, yes, she was. And so then I think from then on, it kind of motivated me to want to keep getting better. I mean, from then on out, I wanted to really improve my defense and my three-point shooting as well. So I had a really good AAU experience. My team was really good from, like I said, the beginning of my 8th grade year to my junior year. So it was really fun.
That's awesome. Are there any stories in particular that stand out to you? Any memories from that time? Just funny.
I think that was
that's a big
one of my biggest things I really remember from AAU, because I didn't think. I mean, I thought it was good, but it's Dawn Staley, and then she called me I think maybe 2 tournaments afterwards, or maybe just after that tournament. But I think that was probably my most memorable moment. Yeah.
You got any?
I could say probably when we was in Georgia and we was playing, and I think it was I don't know, we was playing against this hard team. Mind you, we played up. Every year we played higher than the team, our level. So we played up. And like it was a lot of college coaches just watching our games. And then I think this was around like 8th grade. And it was like the head came to me and was like, basically I got 3 offers after that one game. And it was just like, wow, like playing with a good team, knowing like that my teammates are good and they coming to me letting me know that I got 3 offers is like, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then at 8th grade, it's crazier because it's like, I'm a kid. Like, I don't.
You were 8th grade when you got 3 offers? Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was like Ole Miss, LSU, and Georgia.
Wow. They start early.
Yeah.
See, like, I wasn't really aware of how early they started recruiting for
But
basketball.
I never really, like, took it serious because I'm like.
A kid.
Literally.
Right.
Like, I'm
you don't
in 8th
really
grade.
know the magnitude of what that means.
I got an offer. Okay. Like, how am I supposed to feel? Like,
right. You're in the 8th grade. You're not even thinking about high school yet, for real. Like,
I didn't even make it to high school yet.
Right.
Like,
literally.
what am I supposed to, like, it was just like, wow.
Yeah. That is really cool, though. So when did you get your offer from South Carolina?
Probably say my freshman year.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. That's really cool. Yeah. For me, so like we weren't really all that good until my junior year. So like that's crunch time. That's like some people have been committed. Mm-hmm. Some people are still getting offers at that time. But around that time, I only had like 2 or 3 offers or something like that. And one of them was from this school in North Carolina that I was planning on going to. But while we were in Louisville, I think, I was like late to one of the games for whatever reason. Like 4 other people on the team were. And I pull up to our court and Coach Fred is there. And there's only like 3 other coaches at the court. And I'm just kind of like naturally, just based on my experience, I'm assuming that he's there to watch people from the other team. Mm-hmm. But he sees me run into the court and he was like, "You're late." And I'm like, you know what I mean? Right, I'm like, you're checking me right now? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, coach. So we played the game and I ended up doing well. That was like the game before we ended up winning the tournament. But then we went down to Atlanta and this was again the game before the championship game. And we were playing, I think, Aaliyah's AAU team. And I didn't know at the time, but all I know is that like every coach was lined up around this court, like every SEC coach. And there was Coach Fred again. And I had ended up going off that game. And I mean, after the game, we ended up making eye contact and he just like gave me a nod. And I'm like, I still had no idea that they were even looking at me at that time. So that was pretty cool.
That's super cool.
Who was y'all's coaches who were recruiting y'all? Like, cause I know that like each assistant coach will kind of like find a player and follow
Coach
them around.
Law and Dawn.
Mine was Coach Fred and Donnie. But Boy would call me like every Sunday, but like it just kind of.
She's good about that.
Yes, but it was just kind of like, okay, like she's calling me so much, but it was just like, I would answer, she would talk, just talk, and then I really talked to like all the assistant coaches, and I talked to Dawn like after Bible study. So
I gotcha. Did you guys do home visits?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You didn't get to.
I did.
Who came on yours?
Coach Law, Coach Fred, and Dawn.
Yeah. I didn't get a home visit, so like tell me about what that's like.
I keep saying Dawn. She's so gonna be like,
I know she's gonna be.
They call me Dawn.
Hey, right.
Okay, anyways, what'd you say?
Well, like what are home visits like?
All of them, or are you talking about
just with South Carolina specifically?
Oh yeah, it was great. They came and we had dinner. My mom cooked, and I think she made like some salmon and mashed potatoes. I don't know, something of that nature. But it was good. It was really nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't really have much to say about that one.
That's all right.
Sorry.
It must be nice. I've never had a home visit ever.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a home visit with a couple
like
of
not
them.
one?
Not one.
What?
I had virtual home visits.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like what?
That's so lame.
Like what is that?
Did they make
That's
it up
just a
to
Zoom
you
call.
in any way? Like no.
No,
We were supposed to.
We were
have,
supposed to.
But she keeps saying, I just told her last time, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I just told her that we never had our like a little official visit. Like they're supposed to make up an official visit. Like we're supposed to go out to eat.
Oh, that's so
and
cute.
all that other stuff.
That's
but
adorable.
it
Yeah,
just
and then I
never
got
happened.
COVID, and then I think Rivers got COVID.
It was her and Rivers who had got COVID. And then I think
We
her
ruined
dad
it.
also had got COVID. Like Rivers' dad had got COVID. And it was just like, forget it.
You should remind them. It's not too late.
I already did.
No, Sania. Like, what do we need an official?
Well, we
visit
don't need
for?
it now, but like I was like,
You could
we
just get,
never did it.
go out to dinner with them,
Go out to
hang
dinner
out.
and do what else?
I don't know.
The original crew ain't even there no more.
Exactly.
Coach Fred
You're
not even
right.
there.
You're right. That is, yeah.
Oh, Coach
that is a
Fred.
shame. I know. I miss Coach Fred.
I
Me
love
too.
Coach Fred. Aw.
So transitioning back to college, I know we had mentioned that you had a relationship with Zaya prior to getting to college, but what was it like stepping into that new environment? You know, you're in a brand new situation. You're finally in college. What sort of headspace were y'all in entering college?
Oh, I was so excited. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, this is my favorite story. I got you. Okay, so coming in my freshman year, I was super motivated. I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm for sure trying to take Bree Bill's spot. Like, and I don't care. You can put this in there. I already talked about this before.
Bree knows.
Yeah, Bree knows. Oh yeah, like I want to take Bree Bill's spot. Like I got this, whatever. I believe the first practice, it was summer workouts, so not real practice, but the first summer workouts. We had workouts earlier that morning or whatever, and I think we had to do some type of drill where it was defense, and I think I think on the white team, and it was a great team, so it was the starting five, whatever. And Bree Bill did some type of move and put her shoulder in my chest, and I fell to the ground, and that was my realization that, this ain't about to be no easy spot to take.
Yeah. That's a brick wall.
That's a brick wall. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we need to relax on these goals. Maybe
Right.
we need to just
Let's dial it
find
back.
where we're going to fit in this team.
Right. No, Bree is the tank.
Tank.
Yeah, you don't. I would not want to be standing in front
No,
of her
ma'am, no,
going
ma'am.
full speed. Nah. So what are you smiling about?
I was just thinking.
What?
You
No,
know,
because it just reminded me of like me actually going out there in the Garden of Leah and realizing how strong she actually was. Like my mindset was never like, oh, I'm about to go out here and like do her, but it was more of I'm about to get better. But I didn't realize she was as strong as she was until I started guarding her, and then she started using them elbows, and I'm like, then I learned how to like play defense around the elbows, like playing against LA as well, like. Those
Teach's
elbows,
crazy.
boy.
those elbows are
Boy.
no joke. So it's
Teach's
like
elbows.
Her
knowing
elbows
how
got
to-
a 6'6" wingspan by themselves.
They
Facts.
hurt too. Ooh, did she go with that layup? She put that elbow to just back up. Let her.
back
Literally,
up. Please
like-
back
But it's
up.
like if you back
Just
up,
have
you're gonna get in trouble. So
Exactly.
What do you want me to do?
Just take one to
Take
the
the ball?
chin.
Like,
Right.
no.
Right.
But it was like just knowing like they're strong and like physical, and just like I'm ready for the challenge.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of strength, what was it like doing your first Molly workout or Final Four Friday? Did any of those stick out in particular to y'all? Because I know like,
I mean, I know it was hard.
yeah,
But like, I don't think I can remember something specific about it.
yeah.
I'd say probably the stairs.
Yeah, the
It's
stairs.
the stairs always. Like every time I just get down, my legs just be shaking. It's just
Shaking, like
Yeah.
everything.
I can't even stand up straight. They just shaking.
No.
So
Yeah.
I'll probably say the stairs. Everything else, like, it really, I don't even know. I think like
I hate
now,
biking.
Yeah, biking too.
The
I don't
biking,
like that
it
either.
kills me.
For
it really
sure.
ruins my morning when I see those bikes out and it's Final Four Friday.
Oh my God. Yeah, my heart just drops.
Drops.
I
I'm
can't.
like, oh.
Not again. Right.
Molly.
No. But something beautiful about our team is like how fast we're able to build chemistry with each other. Even like in those tense moments on the court, throwing elbows and stuff, like it's all love on the court and off the court. So like being able to do that is really special. And I remember this was when you guys had first arrived and they started doing official visits again. I think it was Ash's visit, and they had laser tag in the Coliseum. Dude,
Yeah.
that was so crazy.
No,
It
that
was
was
fun.
so lame.
What do you mean?
What are you
like
talking
it?
about?
Oh, I was taking it so seriously.
The laser
It was
tag?
fun. When we was
Oh,
the first one.
The first one. The
first-
second
yeah,
one
the
was
second
like
one,
with the
yeah.
lights on.
The second,
Yeah.
we was in
Oh, the lights on.
volleyball.
I must
we
have
did
not
it again
gone
with
for
the
that.
lights on.
It was. I think it was last year.
Oh
I was
yeah,
last year,
that's
But yes,
lame. though. They
Ash's
turned
was
all the
great.
lights on.
all the
That
lights
was
off,
so
it
much
was hot
fun.
and everything. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really fun.
I ended up because I was taking it so seriously. Like, I left the building. I like went through this door and went through another door, and then I tried to come back, and it was locked. Like
so you was
I
locked
was
out.
in like the classroom area of the
Ooh, yeah.
Coliseum, and I couldn't get back in the gym.
I don't understand why you were over there.
Well, because
Remember they said it was free for all. You can go anywhere.
you can go anywhere you
So
want.
you
I was
wanted
like,
to go all the way to where the
She was
classroom
hiding.
was?
yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna sneak behind them, and then I'm just.
Right.
Right. So I have like this AR-15, right? But I'm locked out of the building.
Fake AR-15.
Fake. It's a laser.
Right.
It's a laser.
So at this point, I'm like, I'm going to have to go outside
Yeah.
and run around the whole building to the front and then scan so I'm outside, like on the streets with this gun,
Right.
just like Like
And the headset on.
And the headset on, I'm like, put the gun under my hoodie, run all the way around the building, and then I come back in, and Zaya's like on the ground, like my ankle. She rolled her ankle so bad, like right before we played NC State too.
And that was it. We stopped playing right then and there.
The visit's over.
Time to go home.
Yeah.
Right, literally. Let's pack it up. And Craig's like, always have to work.
Does anybody know if Ashlyn even had fun?
Probably not.
I don't even remember. I was having so much fun. I don't even know if she had fun.
I know. That was so funny.
Well, she came here, so I guess she...
Right, so she must have had a little bit of fun.
Ooh, she killed me at that. We played UNC, though.
UNC?
When we played them in that scrimmage and she was there watching us.
Y'all remember? Ash, this one is for you. Don't ever act like you over here overly enjoying them. I was like, she's so not coming here.
I know. Well, I don't even remember that.
You don't remember
She was
this?
sitting there all on her phone, and then she was like, got around them, and she was just so like, hyped.
Yes. When they literally walked in the door, they're like, Ash. And she's like,
Like she was all
I'm
hyped.
like, oh.
In our own facility?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, okay.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
No.
Dang,
Much love
man.
for her, though.
Transitioning into y'all's freshman year when we started playing, like we had a lot of momentum, and y'all joined the team when we were coming off 2 pretty heartbreaking seasons. Like my freshman year got ended by COVID, and then we lost in San Antonio to Stanford.
I was there.
You were there?
I was there too.
Really?
Why not? We went to the why not little thingy they had for, I guess, like the top recruits.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was past the ball, but I don't know.
It was past the ball.
It was
but
like through past the ball, though.
It was like through them, and then we came to the games.
Yeah.
And we were there, and we were cheering you guys on, and then it was just like, oh.
Dang.
That was heartbreaking.
And then all the UConn people was like, that's what y'all get. And then
they
they ended up losing.
They
Yeah.
lost.
So,
Sorry. No disrespect. But
yeah, no disrespect.
that's what you get. No, that was really heartbreaking though. So like you joined the team when we were super championship hungry. Like we had Henny was on the team still, V, Lily, like we wanted to get a championship for them after what they had been through in their career.
Yeah.
And I mean, we had a lot of momentum going into the season, and then we played Mizzou our first SEC game and lose. Like, tell me about that a little bit.
I mean, it was crazy. I hate to say this, but I didn't play that much that game, so.
Yeah, but like it's hard. I mean, yeah, like it's hard.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, I think beforehand, I will say that I think we were going into games thinking like we were just going to blow everybody out. Like this ain't about to be, that hard. I kind of remember that game that we were just kind of like, let's get this win. Let's go home. Let's get this done. And then we lose. So.
Yeah, that's definitely difficult. And then we overcome that, go to the SEC tournament and lose to Kentucky in the championship game. That was difficult.
That was heartbreaking.
Oh my God, that was actually heartbreaking.
The way that we lost was crazy. Buzzer beater? Oh my God.
I know.
What?
By that girl? Yes.
And wasn't we up like 20?
We were up a lot. I don't remember how much we were up, but we were up a lot.
Back, and then the buzzer beater?
Yeah.
Like come on.
And I was playing good that game. Like, oh my God, bro.
And it's like right before spring break too, and you're like, oh my God, is she gonna take away spring break?
Oh,
like,
my God. That's all we kept saying. We're like, dang, like she gonna take away spring break.
Like no more spring break.
Like,
I remember I went up to her, I was like, so can I still go with my parents? Or she's like,
your bag was packed underneath the bus.
My bag was packed. I was ready to go.
You left straight from Tennessee?
Straight from Tennessee.
Yeah. My parents drove like the 7 hours. I'm like, I'm so sorry that happened, you guys.
Yeah.
But like, drive safe.
Yeah.
See y'all soon.
Right.
No, that was crazy. But talk to me about like, it's such a rarity being on a team that's a championship caliber team, but then to win and go to the Final Four in hopes of winning a national championship your freshman year. Like, talk to me about that. Like, that is so cool.
You want to go? Go ahead.
I know I keep saying it's amazing, but like it's really just amazing. Like you never think like you'll go to a team and then right off the bat you'll win a natty. So it's like knowing that we came to South Carolina, won a natty freshman year, it's just like it was amazing. It's like the greatest feeling ever. Knowing that we did lose a couple games, but knowing that I've been in college for 4 years and I only lost 3 games is like
3 games.
crazy.
That's insane.
That's insane. Like
that
it's
really,
just,
that's very special circumstances to be under. What would you say, Breezy, coming in, winning a national championship your freshman year? Like, you feel spoiled a little bit, because like not many people, a small percentage of the population like experiences that feeling. So like it kind of spoils you a little bit from the beginning. So like keeping that hunger and that drive after having success like that, like what was that like for y'all?
It's quite interesting. I know it's like a dream. You're like, oh yeah, like I want to go to this team and win a national championship, and then you do it. You're like, okay, so now we did it. Now what?
Right.
And I think just when you look at it that way, it's kind of hard to go like, what do I do now? How do I how do I stay hungry from this? And I think just having a coach like we do is just what's going to always really do it, honestly. I know after that season or after we had won or whatever, we come back, she's like, okay, we won, but like, that's not it. Like, it's not just, okay, the chapter's over. Like,
right.
You just flip the page from there and you kind of just start to get hungry for the next season.
Exactly.
I know the goal the goal at that time was to win again. Didn't happen.
Heartbreaking.
But it's all right.
Yeah.
We won the next year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And speaking of that, like you guys came into your season last year kind of with some talk of some doubt surrounding y'all's team. Like people were kind of telling y'all to keep your expectations low. Like fans were told, like, y'all, it's a rebuilding year. Like, don't keep your expectations. Yeah. Tell me, Mike.
I heard that even the freshies thought we weren't going to be good.
That's crazy.
Oh, really?
What?
Who said that?
That's so crazy.
I mean, I heard just
through the grapevine.
Through the grapevine.
But like, realistically though, outside looking in, you lose a whole entire class of 5 people and then 2 other starters. Like that, looking from the outside in and just like on paper, that is the definition of a rebuilding year.
Yeah.
So like, how did that talk of doubt affect you guys?
There you go.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Be honest, bro. Be honest.
Yeah.
Be
I ain't gonna lie. We doubted ourselves a little bit. Too. I ain't gonna lie. Only because the way we was practicing, you would be like, what?
Dang.
Is they cool? Like, did they even want to win? Like, what is this? But like, the way that we bonded with each other, it was just like, we knew each other. It's like, we know how to talk to each other when they down or like they not playing the game that they need to play. Like, we know how to talk to each other. So it's like, just knowing that and knowing that we have like that type of like, I don't know, that type of like
chemistry
chemistry and vibe with each other is just like, it just made it happen. It's just like, our minds changed after the Notre Dame game.
For sure.
Like, oh, y'all.
What?
We is good. Like, we not worried about nothing. Like, we is
for
good.
real.
Like,
I think, go ahead.
Wait, no.
I think we have such a rare team where everybody knows their role. And I think a lot of teams, you have to teach that. Like, you have to tell somebody, you don't have to tell somebody. You kind of have to have your coach kind of tell this person and that person, like, your role is to do this, only do that, only do that. And I think we have such a unique situation where so many people can do so many different things within that role and nobody has an issue with it. Even all the way down to, like, I'm going to be honest, like, a lot of teams have issues with NIL and different things like that. Like, I don't think people understand how much we support each other. For example, I think it was during the tournament, the NCAA tournament, and, like, everybody's gaining followers, everybody's, getting a certain amount of followers. And so we would be in the group chat, like, congratulations to so-and-so for getting 100,000 followers. And then we'll be like, what do you want to say? Like, we're texting this in the group chat, like, what do you want to say about this? And then they'll say a little speech or whatever. And then we'll be like clapping emojis or whatever. Then we'll say about this person and that person. It's like, these are things that a lot of teams don't have. Like, people are haters, like, and we don't have that. Like, we just all love each other so much, and it's so genuine.
Yeah, that truly is so special. And I mean, you can definitely attribute that to y'all's success. Speaking of NIL, I mean, y'all are like the first class to go through each year of college with NIL. How has that affected y'all's experience? Like, how do y'all feel about NIL?
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because you're like influencer type. Like, I
think it's really cool. I think it's really, really cool, especially because like now I'm really tapping into makeup. And so now my agent's like working really hard in the makeup area because it is hard. It's a harder industry because most of the time makeup is like actual influencers. So we're talking about like Alex Earl and freaking Monet, like those type of influencers. And so now she's trying to shift gears to like athletes. And so I think it's really cool how she's created so many opportunities for me in that industry.
I think you would be the perfect person for that industry.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
How are you feeling about NIL? Like,
I love it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And it just keeps getting bigger every single year. But it doesn't affect y'all as a team, like you said, it doesn't interfere with y'all's personal relationships. Everyone's just happy for each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Like
all
a
got
great
their own
example,
bag.
Lay.
In that commercial with Curry.
That was so
hard.
dope.
That was so
When
hard.
she popped in there, I was like,
hello?
Did somebody say 12? I was like,
oh my God, Lay.
I was like, that's fire.
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yes, I was like, that is fire. The Red Bull commercial, I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah.
all
that
of
is
them.
fire.
It's so cool seeing how it's taken off, especially in like women's sports. Like women's sports was not where it was at even just 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like shout out Sedona Prince. I'm just kidding.
Crazy.
I'm just kidding.
Crazy. Stop.
Erase that.
She said, erase that.
Nah, but just talking about
next victim.
just talking about like how far women's sports has come. Starting back my freshman year is completely different where it is now. So it's just like a really special thing to be a part of this change in the trajectory of the history.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm a little concerned though, I can't lie.
Why?
You guys didn't see like the dude from UNLV?
I don't really pay attention. What happened?
He literally redshirted his year because UNLV said that they were going to give him an X amount of money and they didn't. And so before he like gave up that year, because you know you can only play a certain amount of games in football or any sport. And so he redshirted and said he was transferring and said that like it's because they didn't give him the amount of money that he asked for. And I'm like, wow,
What?
it's getting nasty out here.
And now that people are offering so much money, kids are actually. I can speak on females. Like they don't even want to go to school to be great. They want to go to school for the money.
Exactly.
It's like I understand it, but at the same time, you gotta think of your future. Like,
Right.
where do you want to be at after your future? Like, when you're done playing basketball, like, what type of woman do you want to be? Like, you need to be around the right people that's going to make you be great.
Yeah. That's another reason why this place is so special.
It's so
Because like
special.
the main thing is basketball and your future, getting you in the right positions. You know, NIL will come. I know she says that all the time. The money will come. The deals will come. If you do what you need to do on the court, all of these things will come to you. But if you're just driven by money, it's not. You've already tainted yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah. It is problematic, but you guys are in very fortunate circumstances.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. So before we conclude each episode, I want to ask each guest the same question. So what is the best piece of advice you guys have ever received, or what is a piece of advice you would want to share with the viewers today?
I could say I'm gonna do both questions in one.
Yes.
Trust your process. Nobody processes the same, and no matter what, follow your heart and trust in the Lord.
Love it. Yes.
That was great.
Yeah. Bree?
Mine's so different, but this is something I've always lived by because my mom told me. Do what you need to do so you can do what you want to do. And that just basically means like, you know, if you have homework or something, do that first so you can do what you want to do, which is maybe go to movies or do whatever the heck it is.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's good advice. You can apply that to so much.
Yeah.
Anything. I really like that.
Yeah.
And then the last question is, if you guys weren't basketball players, what would you be doing?
Go ahead.
You go. I don't know. Let me think.
I'll probably get into like what I want to do in my future. Like I want to own a daycare, so I'll probably like right now I'll probably be like owning a daycare.
Why do you want to own a daycare?
Well, because I love children and like I have 2 nephews, and it's just like I know a lot of people in the daycare areas is not that great when it comes to the right people in a daycare, knowing how to take care of a child without putting your hands on them or like being verbally abusive. And I just want that for like my community and like people around me to be able to take their kids to a good daycare and they be able to come home with no bruises and actually learning stuff. So yeah,
I think that's really special. Yeah. Would you want to turn that into like a franchise or keep that more like local? Yeah. That's very cool.
Yep, I want to take it far.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Thank you. I love that.
That is.
Bree, if you weren't a basketball player, what would you be doing?
Why did you say it so fast?
Literally. Hold on, wait. I'm getting hot. I need some water. Jesus Christ.
Try to get out of here, y'all.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. If I wasn't playing basketball, I'd probably still go to college and probably still take marketing, which is kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing sports management, but a lot of it is based in marketing. And I probably still want to be an influencer.
That's great. Like in the makeup space or just
Yeah.
Because you kill these like day in the lives.
Oh, thanks. I would do makeup and probably just vlogging type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever would want to touch YouTube though. That's a lot of work.
Really?
Let's stay in the TikTok area though.
They be making that bag on YouTube.
But it takes so long to like grow that. You have to like grow your TikTok first, in my opinion,
That's
and
true.
then be like, oh, hey, I have a YouTube as well.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you like? Would you want to do travel vlogging? Like, are you into traveling? Yeah.
You do a lot of traveling.
I do, but like vlogging is just like a little bit too personal. Like I just can't like hold my phone and start talking to it. Like that's just.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with that, and I feel like, for example, like Chloe, like she hates hearing her voice.
Yeah.
And she'll always be like, so like, how do you do it and like listen to your voice? I'm like, everybody hears it's the same voice. Like it's not
right. Just like get over it. Yeah.
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 You have to. It takes some time to get over that though.
For sure.
Yeah.
But you are very good at it, and I could definitely see you pursuing that.
Thank you.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for being on. This was
you
a
for
really good
having
time.
No, thank you, Liv. This was great.
Yes. Good luck with your season. I will be around.
I was about to say, you better be around.
I will be around. I'm actually calling the home games with Brad, so I'll be there.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're gonna be there Monday?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll be there Monday. I'm gonna be there at like 4:30 to do this thing with Khadijah. I haven't really gotten very clear instructions.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because I don't even know what you're talking
Yeah, I
about.
don't even know what you're talking about either.
but I will be there.
Okay, period.
So I will see you guys.
Yes.
So I love y'all. Thank you for being on.
Love
And
you.
Love
Yes.
you.
Thanks, Liv.
Of course. And that concludes episode 3. So thank you guys for tuning in.